There would be a general consensus here that we are entering a significant period of uncertainty for reasons that all of us know: Brexit, the American elections, further European elections, low growth, low investment taking place by big businesses. And in that context, what's also happening in other emerging markets. But what's crucial to understand is that emerging markets and developing countries are contributing almost 2/3 of global growth, and they will continue to do so for a long period to come. Secondly, that the message I'm getting is that South Africa is still a good place to come to invest in. It has the most sophisticated business infrastructure and a launching pad for anything you want to do on the African continent. So that narrative is still taking root. If you compare the political noise elsewhere in the world, compared to anything that we might be doing for the rest of the year, we would pale into insignificance. So even at that level, people understand that we have good projects going. But at the same time, we must recognize our challenges. We do need to transform the structure of our economy. We need greater diversity and more dynamism. And we need to have higher levels of inclusive growth, which would give more opportunities, particularly for the majority in our country, to participate in our economy.
There have been more and more calls for radical economic transformation. I mean, we've heard that phrase. It's been around for many years. Does that scare investors off? I mean, are there other phrases we could change it to, perhaps?
No, but I think the bottom line is that today the phrase that's sweeping the world is inclusive growth. Where the fact that elites and citizens have a huge gap and a trust deficit to actually overcome. And that things need to be done differently and new economic models need to be found. And we're not too different, except we have our history. The second point is we as South Africans, whatever our background, need to understand that the legacy of exclusion is something we need to overcome. That getting a job is not having a meaningful participation in the economy itself. And I think we are coming to a point in 2017 where leaders in business, in labor, and in government, and elsewhere in civil society are going to find it easier to find common cause around what does inclusive growth mean, what does it mean to transform our economy both structurally and in terms of inclusivity. And yeah, the word radical can certainly be misunderstood, but in simple terms, the word radical means go to the root of a problem and solve it at the root. So I know in political parlance it might mean something else, but we're saying change the character fundamentally of our economy over a period of time, and do it in a way in which you both have continuity and meaningful change. And at the end of the day, change must be felt by citizens. Otherwise, they will feel as excluded as citizens elsewhere in the world.